Yo! What's good, YouTube? It's Ray Drill. So in today's video, I want to show you guys this gun empty bunch open mini scheme in Madden 24. So if you enjoyed this video, go drop a like on the video right now. Go in and sub and turn on post notifications on. So I am in the Jets offensive playbook. Again, I'm in the Jets offensive playbook. Now, I really love the Jets offense. It's actually been a good offense for a really good time, a long time now. I think it's one of the top offenses in Madden 24, to be honest. Despite what you guys may hear in the Madden community. Now, I did release this ebook right here, which you guys see, the doubles halfback week. If you missed this video, make sure you go check it out in my recents. Now, I just wanted to kind of mention that. Now, I actually want to take you guys to, like I said, empty bunch open. And one thing I want you guys to know, if you want to get, say like you're on MUT, or maybe you're in some type of tournament, or maybe you have a team that has fast receivers, you can actually get 5 receivers out here if you want to. Now, to do that, all you need to do is just go to the packages and then go to tight end slot week. What it does is it takes your tight end, so your tight end is normally going to be in that left spot right there. It's going to take him and swap him with number 14, basically where number 14 is. It's going to place him there, and then if you want to put your receiver in, you hit triangle, go to where the tight end is showing now, and then you want to select a wide receiver. When you do it this way, you're going to be able to have a receiver here. Now, keep in mind, if you do any substitutions right here in this spot, you won't be able to actually move the tight end at all. So just make sure you understand that. So again, I'm not going to do that because I don't want receivers out there. Well, 5 receivers, I don't need them. You know what? Why not? For this one, I'll do it, but if you like that, then you can keep it. If not, then don't worry about it. So I put Hardy here because Hardy is pretty quick. But I do just like, I prefer the Bills tight end. So if your team doesn't have a good tight end, but they have a decent receiver, then I would do it, basically. So anyways, you can tell we got 5 receivers out there. Now, it just means you can't audible whatsoever. So just make sure you understand that there's no formation you can basically audible into unless they have 5 receivers, which no formation does. But anyways, I want to take you guys through my audibles. So this is how I set up my audibles. Now, my plan is to take you through one setup of each one. And just kind of give you basically a scheme that you're going to see. Now, I do have a gameplay. I went through about 3 different games, I believe. So you're going to see 3 games. It might be 2 or 3. I can't remember right now. But I'm going to take you guys through that gameplay that I got for you guys. So anyways, let's go and get started. So these are my audibles. Like I said, bunch arches, middle cross, choice, shallow cross, and speed dig. Now, the play you want to come out in is going to be dagger. So we're going to go to dollar, and we're just going to work out at a dollar. So I'm just kind of show you guys some basic coverages you're going to see. So just, cover 2, man blitz, cover 3, and of course cover 4 drop. So we're going to come out and cover 3 to start off with, though. So here we are in cover 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and move the ball back. So the cool thing about this formation is that it actually doesn't matter what side you have your bunch to. So I'm going to kind of leave the ball in the middle, just because you can have the bunch to the short side or to the wide side, because we have certain route combos we can run. Now, like I said, I'm going to quickly take y'all through my favorite setups with this. So out of this play, my favorite setup is taking X, putting them on the drag. This setup will beat every single zone coverage in the game. Basically, as long as you have time in the pocket, you're going to be able to climb the pocket. And sadly, dealing with the Ravens offensive line, you don't get that much time. But you guys are going to see in the gameplay how this play it's crazy. So we're basically always going to have our reads open. So normally you're going to have this read up top, and this works because basically our cross is going to push back any of the vert hooks or any of the hook zones that you see, and we're going to make a read here between our drag right here and then our other drag, which is normally always going to be open. Your user's normally going to play down low, and this is good because your user won't be able to guard both of these routes. And this route does such a great job of climbing up that we'll be able to throw this right here on the sideline, and we'll easily be able to get over any type of zones. Now, I'm probably going to come out with an ebook on this formation, so be aware of that. So just make sure you guys paying attention, because I really, really love this empty formation. I think it's one of the most underrated empties in Madden, to be honest with you guys. Now, anyways, moving forward, I kind of want to, like I said, I want to fly through this. So this is cover 2. Now, I'm going to back the corners up because most of the time the corners will be backed up. And we'll go ahead and snap the ball. Oh, I forgot to put them on the drag. That's my fault. And also, you can run this play stock too. And one thing I want to make sure you understand is that if you don't re-drag your receiver right here for triangle, if you notice, kind of look at R1. You see how it kind of has a double arrows, has one arrow by R1 and the other one follows all the way through. That means that he's going to pull up right there. So if you don't want triangle to do that, just take him, put him on a drag route, and notice that now it's a smooth line, meaning he'll actually run his drag route the way he's supposed to. So make sure you are aware of that, because if he wasn't, then you probably wonder why he wasn't going all the way across. But normally you have more time in the pocket, but also I want you guys just to see that our R1 is open as well. So anyways, that's my favorite play right there out of that. So I'm I wanted this video to move a little faster, so I just want to show you guys just a couple things. So let's go to bunch arches. So I love this versus any type of man coverage, but it works great against really works against every coverage. All you want to do is you want to motion this guy over. You want to take triangle, put him on a drag, and then you want to take X and put him on a drag, and this is all you need to do for the setup. So this setup will literally beat every single zone coverage in the game, and it also destroys man coverage, and that's going to be your read a lot of the times when it comes to zone coverage, that throw in particular. And the drag routes does such a great job of opening. Now, I'm going to show you real quick against cover 2 because it is kind of good against cover 2, but for cover 3, you see, boom, we can throw this. And the same things that are open versus cover 3 will be open versus cover 4 drop. The user has to guard 1. So, and a lot of times this is going to be your main read, and then this is going to be your like second read basically. That's how I love to hit this. So it's same concept but different. So I want to show you this particularly versus cover 2 as well, and I'm going to show you man coverage, then we're going to move on to the other play because it's actually a crazy man beater that I have out of that. So triangle on the drag, X on the drag, and this is all basically that's how it's going to be. So I'm going to back off the corners because like I said, most of the time your above average players are always going to back off their corners in cover 2. And I might put a video out on why if you guys aren't sure, but look at how much they're screaming. I got to start spying people because I don't want to be here all day trying to give you guys, you know, these little setups. And this is why I spy a lot of my linemen, just because I'm on all Madden practice mode. So all Madden practice mode, if you guys don't know, it's actually pretty crazy what they allow on here. So in case you were curious, but yeah. Anyways, you just want to do a double drag like this, and this is my favorite setup, and you're going to see why versus cover 2. Basically, you're going to read between triangle, X, and then circle normally does a good job of getting open. It depends on if he gets a good read or not. But we have a cover 2 beater that I'm about to give you here in a second, so don't worry. It's really not that one. But anyways, mainly I like that play versus man. I'm going to show you why here in a second. Now we'll go back there, and we're going to do literally the same exact setup. I just want you to at least see it versus man. So I try to call this play when it's either cover 3, cover 4 drop, or man coverage, if you want to know like when I would call this play. So circle and R1 are your main reads. Now right there, R1 only got open because he got bumped, but it's still a good play because that angle route is the angle route is really good versus man coverage. All right, so real quick, I just want to show you this one right here. So if you see, boom, normally he gets a better animation than that. And I know he only got open because he got bumped, but normally he's going to be able to get open a pretty good amount. And also, you have double drag routes that we can hit too on top of our actual out route. Well, it's an in route that, you know, you can tell it just depends on your matchup for that getting open. All right, so moving forward, I want to show you middle cross. Middle cross, I love this play versus I look to run this versus man, so I want to show you this versus man. Now, there are zone setups that we can do, but I just don't have enough time to show you what all I want to show you because I don't want this being a long video. Like I said, I will most likely put out an ebook on this. I didn't mean to motion that guy over, but most likely I will put out an ebook on this. But for this setup, you want to take triangle, put him on a zig. You want to take square, put him on a comeback route. You want to take your R1 and motion him over. Now, this could be a tight end if you like. No matter what this is, this guy's going to win on his route. Actually, with this setup here, you want to take square, put him on a streak, my bad. And then you want to take X, and I like to just do a double streak just like this, and all we're doing is clearing out. So this streak is going to clear out, and this streak is going to clear out, and our 2 reads, or our 3 reads is going to be R1 first, then we're going to read circle, then we're going to read triangle. So we really just want to see what the user does. So R1, as long as he gets a good release, he's going to be just fine, and I'm going to rerun that, and then I'm going to show you R1 because R1 did get caught up right there. So let's go back to it and let you see it. So I'm going to let the blitz happen. We should be able to have enough time to throw it though. And again, this is middle cross. All you want to do is motion this guy over, take square, take triangle, excuse me, put him on a zig route, and then you can either A, run it like this, or B, you can take X, put him on a streak. Literally whatever you want to do. So we got it just like this. Now just kind of watch R1. He really gets a good animation. Notice how he gets a good little burst. And Patrick Queen is really crazy on all Madden practice mode, by the way, if you guys don't know. Even on the here, like they got him really overrated, but anyways, you always could put an athlete right here, but regardless, notice how he puts his foot in the ground. That's what we're looking for. Notice how he puts it in the ground. He gets like a little speed burst. That's why this route is extremely good. And also, this crosser route is actually pretty good. Normally, they let him get like a little burst animation after it, so that's why it's a good route. So I love those two. And of course, the zig route is just your normal zig route, right? All right, so next play I want to talk about is this choice play. So all you want to do for this is take circle, put them on a streak. Now, I look to run this versus zone coverage. This side right here, this bunch side, this will destroy zone coverage. So if you want to, I would recommend you moving the ball to the, to putting these 3 on the wide side, but you definitely don't have to. You can get away running it this way. You normally want to double team the end, and you want to just kind of climb the pocket, and then X is going to get open right there in that pocket, and that's going to be your read every single time, because we have so many plays that's going to be going through the middle that your opponent is going to want to have to stay in the middle. They're not going to want to run out there because they're going to be expecting this dagger play, and then that's when we hit them with this choice shallow cross, if that makes sense. That's how we do that. All right, next play I want to talk about is the speed dig. Now, the speed dig is extremely overrated, extremely. This setup will actually bomb cover 3 for a 1-play touchdown. We want to take square, put them on a comeback, triangle on the in route, smart route is in route, R1 on a streak, and circle on a streak. I know that's a lot, but trust me, it will bomb it. All right, so let me go and show you this real quick. So basically, it's all about timing when you throw this. Notice that he gets like a little speed burst, and then we're going to be able to exploit that for a 1-play touchdown. So quickly, I'm going to run into about why this works, and then we'll hop right into gameplay. So, and I may give you one more example so you can see, but basically, long story short, this streak right here is going to hold this third, and we're basically making the safety have to choose in a sense. Now, in real life, obviously, he would just split the difference between these, and the cornerback would be more, splitting the difference here, hugging the outside shoulder of basically how the corner's doing, he do in real life, but he play more up, basically. And anyway, I know this ain't real life, I'm just kind of explaining why Madden programmed it this way, but Madden couldn't program it this way because they'd be giving up comeback routes all day. So, it's kind of like, why the game works how it does. But anyways, you guys can see what happens here. He knows he has to play that, that's why he's kind of looking at that position, but he can't play it until the ball's thrown. But as you can see, by the time the ball's thrown, it's too late. Now this gets open on this side because cornerbacks on this game are taught to hug comeback routes in cover 3. That's why he takes a shuffle down. He's not supposed to. That's the glitch, and that's how we're going to be able to get a pretty easy touchdown. So I'll show you here one more time cover 3. Now sometimes you will see cover 3 ran this way where the guy is actually dead set in the middle, and I'll kind of show you that one just I can't talk. I'll kind of show you that one just for transparency, basically. So let's go and set it up again. Square on a comeback route, triangle on the in route, smart route it, take R1 and circle, put them both on streaks, and all you need for this play to be successful is just a little time in the pocket. That's all you need. As you could tell, he gets a nice burst, and then of course at that point it's off to the races. So with all out of the way, man, let's go and dive into this gameplay. All right, y'all. So right here, our first game, we was matched up against the Steelers. Now I decided to run with the Bills just because, to be honest with you, and to be honest, it was kind of hard getting this gameplay because well, you guys are going to see right here. So anyways, we got 1st and 10, and I had R1, but I wanted to roll out the pocket, and I haven't played with the Bills in a long time, so I wanted to see if Josh Allen was good on throwing the run, but I forget that's something you can't really do that much on Madden. So right here, we dial up a nice, it's the same one I told you about in the practice mode. That was speed dig right there. All I did was the same setup you guys seen, so make sure you guys are going in practice mode looking at this, because the setups that you see me display on here are some of the ones that I showed you. Now, obviously, there's going to be other ones that I did just while playing the game, and those are going to be ones that are more geared towards the ebook just because it was just way too many. It's not that I'm trying to hold stuff from y'all. It's just way too many to try to put on a video, if that makes sense. So, anyways, I really love this play right here. It's actually the one I forgot. I meant to tell y'all about this play. I completely forgot about it, but I'll probably come out with a part 2, or I'll include it in the ebook. But it's the one with the drive. It's the drive play where they have the switch, where they have the outside receiver, which is the running back. He's going to run that post route, and then the slot receiver runs a wheel. You'll see it if you look for it, basically. So all you want to do is put the outside guy on a streak, put the slot on a hitch, and then put the inside guy on a drag. And it's like drive corner or drive. It's one of those drive plays. But anyways, I meant to give y'all that one basically, but. Regardless, there are going to be setups that you guys see, and also quarterback draw, that's how it runs on there, and I know it looks super weird, but that's basically how they do it. And also, with this game, I'm not going to show the whole entire game, as you guys are starting to probably understand, just because normally when the score starts to get out of hand, I really just stop recording at a sense, and I just wait for the next game, and then I continue. So right there, just wanted to show you guys how the games end and how the game flow works. So as you guys can tell, that's actually when he X'd out, and then we are on to the next game. So we did get matched up with this guy. So right here, it was just kind of my fault. I had R1, but I was looking a little deeper, and I was looking at R1. I was waiting on him to cross, but X, I had it right out the break, but I just seen I was already under pressure. I couldn't really buy time, and this guy is definitely a D-line user who's trying to, not give you enough time in the pocket. Right there, we find enough time to be able to throw a dot, and we do move the chain. So this is that dagger play, the setup that I showed you guys, and I didn't even have time to step up and throw a drag route. So it's just, it's one of those. Now, this is the play I was telling you about. That setup, this is what I was telling you about. So look at this. So you're always going to have R1, or you're going to have that guy. Now, I thought Harrison Smith was about to turn and run if you go back and look, but he actually didn't. So I got kind of faked out right there. So right there, I don't know. It's one of the aggravating things is the game wants you to take off running, but if you try to throw it, that's my fault, basically. So we do get the penalty, and right there we had him open again, but just couldn't buy time, man. But thankfully, we do get the interception. I didn't show y'all, but we did get a pick. And now we are back on offense. So I finally buy enough time to show you guys that crosser. And it's just a typical crosser. You guys know crossers have been overrated in the Madden for years now. And nothing's changed. So right here, I really wanted square, so I stayed patient in the pocket and did end up finding him. Like I said, you want to make sure you have an athletic running back at receiver. I did forget to tell you that your running back does go to receiver. So just make sure you keep that in mind. So it's actually not 5. You actually have 4 receivers out there in the running back, depending on how you want to set it up. But normally, I love to just run it where I have a tight end and running back. So that way, if you need to audible down, then you can. So if your opponent starts coming out in dumb defense, you actually have the ability to audible down. So make sure you take a look at it, man. Like I said, the Jets playbook is actually an extremely good offensive playbook. I don't understand why it doesn't get more respect in the Madden community. Definitely a lot of people do use it, but I feel like it should be in that top tier list, man. But also, I wanted to show you guys that play too, because that was my favorite goal line play out of I-form slot. And I wanted to show you how we got the ball right back, so you guys wouldn't be like, didn't I just watch him in this red zone? So anyways, this is a draw, and they make you do that. I wasn't doing that on purpose. Like, they literally make you go backwards when you call the draw. I don't know why it is, but normally you still get pretty okay blocking. So at least that's what I noticed. So right here, this is another one of my red zone plays I do like. If they play zone, basically we're going to look between R1 and X. And right there, we noticed the corner sat, so I was able to throw X for a nice little gain. So right there, basically he just chucked it up. And at this point, I just figured he's just about to quit. Normally, when people just chuck it up like that, that just normally means they're done. And of course, as you guys see, he did make his early exit. So we are on to the next game right here. Now, this game actually, I wanted to show you because this was the next game that I loaded up to. But I wanted to show you defense because I didn't even get a chance to get on offense, basically. And I wanted to at least show you the drive. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this because this is the defense that you guys see me run. This is the nickel 3-3. And I do have the ebook on exactly what you're seeing. I go over the setups. I go over my favorite adjustments per formation. So basically, in the ebook, I show you how to guard doubles, like a setup. I show you the blitz setup, and I show you like the coverage shell I like to play versus doubles. I show you versus trips tight end. I show you versus just regular trips. I show you versus under center. So I show you just my favorite setups for the formations, basically. And I just wanted to kind of show you this so you guys can see. This is typically how my defensive drives go, basically. So if you just kind of notice that every play I'm getting somebody free. Notice that every single play, somebody's coming free. Every single play. And when you play this way, it's extremely hard to just kind of move the ball, and you gotta be pretty much know what you're doing to be able to move the ball against somebody and sending somebody has somebody coming free every play. So you really will win a lot of games, y'all. Just honestly. So right here, I actually didn't get to record the first drive of offense. I actually drove down and threw a pick. And then it was his ball, and he drove, and then we threw a pick. So we kind of exchanged a lot this game. So this last game was kind of different than my most games because it was a really fun game. Basically, it was a fun game. I didn't get to record like I wanted to, but it made it interesting because of the defense he was playing. He switched it up a lot. Actually, he would come out in dime normal, and then he'd come out in 6-1, as you guys can see. And so he was doing a lot of blitzing and a lot of it was very effective. I will give him that. It was really effective. And it's a good defensive play, and of course you're playing the 49ers, so you just can't afford to make one mistake playing against the 49ers because their defensive line is already crazy. So right here, this is, like I said, the little post play. It's a really good play. You just have to have time. Right there, he actually got an A gap in, and that's why this defense is just crazy. Because you guys should know about 6-1. If you don't know about 6-1, it's just a crazy defense where you're almost guaranteed to get somebody free. It's just you have to have good linebackers on the field, basically. And right there, you can tell it's an A gap blitz, so it can come straight through with only 4 people. And I guess it's what he runs. Now, he was running this little weird goal line defense, but right there we are going to find the nice dot for the touchdown. So I wanted to kind of speed this game up because I didn't want this to be a long video, but it still ended up being a long video somehow. But anyways, I wanted to show you this just to show you the game flow of it. So basically how I ended up, I like to show you guys the interesting things that happen in the game, basically, instead of just showing you all offense, which y'all have no clue what's going on. So right here it is 17-7, and we are on defense, and again, he's just kind of throwing in. This was this very next drive where he threw it to us, and basically this is pretty much going to be how the game ends. Now there's still going to be a little bit more, but just for transparency, we scored all of our points in the second quarter. Y'all see how it's 24-14? All that was scored in the second quarter. And basically a lot of this happened where I would go down and I would drive. And I'm talking about the third and fourth quarter here because this video is about to be over. But basically this is how it kind of would go. Like I would drive. Now this is that bunch play I was telling you about, the arch, I think it's called. But anyways, I would drive and I would just end up throwing a pick somehow. And that happened to me literally the whole entire game. Like something like that, I did fumble another drive, and the other drive I went down and I threw a pick, and it was crazy. So right there I ran out the pocket because I seen that he got nano detected, but I didn't know they was going to nano detect him. But right here, this is what I was talking about. It was just a lot of oofs on my part. Like this is basically what the video was the whole entire, like the third and fourth quarter was just that, me oofing like that. So anyway, that's why I decided just to show y'all just the last, see the fourth quarter, and that's the score right there, and he's going to make his exit. So that's going to wrap it up for this video though. I do hope you have a blessed day. I'm Ray Jarrell, and I'm out.